will be in the middle of it. So
Yes.
probably things started to happen to the west and also to the east.
Yeah.
And have you, as you have been living in the east, and you are from the west, and
Yeah.
have you been seeing these similarities?
Especially to India being a sort of crux point, actually, because that was a point of exchange between East and West. So fighting in an earthen pit, doing so for competition, doing so without weapons, and doing so for honor and for honor for the gods, and in order to prove yourself the best, i.e. the one that is essentially the substitute for the sacrifice, because this concept of martial arts as a sacrifice to the gods, and the victor being the substitute of the sacrificial victim, the one that's chosen by the gods. These are concepts that you find across from India all the way to Europe. The Greeks have the most profound expression of that, ultimately, because it just was, I guess, very, very much within the nature of the culture that developed there, this idea of the agon, the struggle, which is something that remains today in Greece, the agonistic society, as they call it. But there's certain concepts and certain threads that are found across the board. And so what's very interesting as well is if you're looking at timelines, so the oldest martial art, quote unquote, combat sport, complete combat sport, if you exclude wrestling and you exclude boxing, but like in terms of a martial art where you actually have all striking, all grappling, is ancient Greek pankration. It predates pretty much everything else that exists across the world, especially because it's a complex full system which involves all elements of combat. Now, that develops in Greece, and then while Alexander the Great himself was not known to be a practitioner of the art, he brought his soldiers with him who were, and everywhere he went, he set up a gymnasium and a palestra, a wrestling school. So every single one of the cities that he set up has a palestra, has that. And the furthest one is deep into Greco-Bactria in a place called Ai-Khanum on the edge of Afghanistan, what's modern Afghanistan. And they have a palestra there from Alexander the Great's time, from his successors, actually, I believe.
But you can follow the cult kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you say the cult,
Exactly.
let's say we're saying everything. Like what we will say, medicine or practices or however you
Correct.
will call.
The athlete alone or the warrior is too much of a thug, and the philosopher alone is a thinker and a weak man. Actually, what you really need is to have the combination of the both to make the perfect citizen, a philosopher-athlete, somebody who is both skilled in combat, fighting, arts, and physicality, and some at the same time skilled in culture, thought, and the arts. That one or the other alone is not good enough. You need both to be complete.
Martial will mean comes from Mars.
Yeah, the martial metaphysical tradition.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We all know what you mean. I mean, we were there like for almost 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, and we were living in the north of the island.